Once upon a time, in a small desert village nestled amidst the golden dunes, there lived a young woman named Layla. She was a spirited and curious soul, with eyes that sparkled like the stars in the night sky and a heart filled with an insatiable thirst for adventure. Layla's village, known as Oasis Springs, was a close-knit community where everyone knew each other. Life in the village revolved around the rhythm of the desert, with the scorching sun casting its warm embrace during the day and the cool desert breeze whispering secrets under the moonlit nights. Despite the simplicity of her surroundings, Layla yearned for something more. She dreamt of exploring the vast unknown beyond the village, of discovering hidden treasures and unraveling the mysteries of the world. Her heart beat to a different rhythm, one that echoed with the call of adventure. Every day, Layla would wander to the outskirts of the village, gazing at the endless expanse of sand that stretched as far as the eye could see. She would listen intently to the wind, hoping it would carry tales of distant lands and far-off wonders. But the desert remained silent, as if teasing her with its secrets just out of reach. One fateful day, as Layla was perched atop a sand dune, her eyes caught a glimmer in the distance. It was a shimmering oasis, a mirage that seemed to dance with the rhythm of the desert. Intrigued, Layla followed the enchanting mirage, her heart pounding with excitement. As she ventured deeper into the desert, the scorching sun beat down upon her, and the sand beneath her feet grew hotter with each step. But Layla's determination burned brighter than the sun itself, and she pressed on, driven by an unyielding spirit. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Layla reached the oasis. It was a breathtaking sight, with lush palm trees swaying gently in the breeze, and crystal clear water reflecting the vibrant colors of the desert sky. The oasis seemed to pulse with life, as if it held the answers to Layla's deepest desires. As Layla stood there, mesmerized by the oasis, she realized that her journey had just begun. This oasis was merely a stepping stone, a taste of the adventures that awaited her beyond the village. With newfound determination, Layla vowed to explore the world, to dance to the rhythm of her own heart, and to uncover the secrets that lay hidden in the sands of time. And so, with the desert as her guide and the rhythm of her spirit as her compass, Layla set off on a grand adventure, ready to embrace the unknown and discover her true destiny. Little did she know that her journey would not only change her life but also the lives of those she would meet along the way. In the heart of the desert, where the sun blazed relentlessly and the sand stretched endlessly, the villagers of Oasis Springs faced the harsh realities of their arid surroundings. The scorching heat was an ever-present adversary, with temperatures soaring to unbearable heights during the day, leaving the air heavy and suffocating. Water, the elixir of life, was a scarce resource in the desert. The villagers had to rely on a single well, deep and ancient, which provided them with just enough water to sustain their basic needs. Every drop was precious, and the villagers had to carefully ration their water, ensuring that each person had enough to survive the unforgiving days. The sandstorms, fierce and unrelenting, were another challenge the villagers had to face. These swirling tempests would whip through the village, engulfing everything in their path. The sand would sting their skin, making it difficult to see and breathe. Homes were fortified with thick walls to protect against the onslaught, but even then, the sand would find its way inside, leaving a gritty reminder of the desert's power. Food was scarce, as the desert offered little in terms of sustenance. The villagers relied on their resourcefulness, cultivating small patches of land where they grew hardy crops that could withstand the harsh conditions. They would carefully tend to their meager harvest, praying for rain that rarely came. Each meal was a testament to their resilience, a reminder of their ability to survive against all odds. Despite these struggles, the villagers of Oasis Springs remained united. They supported one another, sharing what little they had and finding solace in their tight-knit community. Their spirits were as resilient as the desert itself, their determination unwavering in the face of adversity. Layla, too, felt the weight of these challenges. She witnessed the hardships endured by her fellow villagers and felt a deep longing to alleviate their suffering. her heart ached for a way to bring prosperity and abundance to Oasis Springs, to transform their desert home into a thriving oasis. And so, as Layla embarked on her grand adventure, she carried with her the hopes and dreams of her village. She vowed to find a way to bring water to the parched land, to cultivate fertile soil where crops could flourish, and to create a haven amidst the harsh desert conditions. With the rhythm of the desert guiding her steps, Layla faced the struggles head-on, determined to overcome the challenges and bring a new rhythm of life to Oasis Springs. Little did she know that her journey would not only transform her village but also ignite a spark of hope in the hearts of all who called the desert their home. As Layla ventured deeper into the desert, her eyes scanning the vast expanse of sand, she stumbled upon a sight that took her breath away. Nestled near the village oasis, amidst the barren landscape, was a solitary desert rose. Its vibrant petals, a delicate shade of pink, stood out against the backdrop of the harsh desert. In awe, Layla approached the rare flower, her heart filled with wonder. The desert rose was a symbol of hope and love, a testament to the resilience of life in the harshest of conditions. Its presence in such an unforgiving environment seemed almost miraculous, as if it held a secret message from the desert itself. Layla knelt down beside the desert rose, gently touching its velvety petals. She felt a surge of warmth and hope radiating from the flower, as if it whispered ancient secrets of survival and perseverance. In that moment, Layla knew that this desert rose held the key to transforming Oasis Springs. With great care, Layla plucked a single petal from the desert rose, cradling it in her hands. She knew that this precious gift held the power to inspire her fellow villagers, to ignite a flame of hope in their hearts. She hurried back to Oasis Springs, her steps light with anticipation. As Layla entered the village, she called upon the villagers to gather around. With the desert rose petal held high, she shared the story of her discovery, of the rare flower that bloomed amidst the harshness of the desert. The villagers listened intently, their eyes filled with a mixture of awe and longing. Layla explained that the desert rose was a symbol of hope and love, a reminder that even in the most challenging of circumstances, beauty and growth could flourish. She urged the villagers to embrace the spirit of the desert rose, to find strength in their unity and to work together to create a thriving oasis. Inspired by Layla's words, the villagers felt a renewed sense of purpose. They began to collaborate, pooling their resources and knowledge to find innovative solutions to their struggles. They dug deeper wells, devised irrigation systems, and experimented with new farming techniques. The desert rose became a beacon of hope, guiding their efforts and reminding them of the beauty that could be found amidst adversity. Over time, Oasis Springs transformed. The once barren land bloomed with life, as crops flourished and water flowed abundantly. The village became a vibrant oasis, a testament to the resilience and determination of its inhabitants. And at the heart of it all, the desert rose continued to bloom, its petals unfurling with each passing day. It served as a constant reminder of the power of hope and love, and the transformative potential that lies within every soul. Layla's discovery of the rare desert rose had not only changed her own life but had also brought a new rhythm of hope and prosperity to Oasis Springs. The village thrived, and its people danced to the beat of a brighter future, forever grateful for the symbol of love and resilience that had graced their desert home. And this is Chapter 1. Don't forget to like and subscribe for Chapter 2.